Uh, Boy, that was a flop, wasn't it? Well, hello, friends, and welcome back to Stan's Cutlery Universe. And today, on a thankful Thursday, I watched some Thankful Thursdays earlier today, and I realized how grateful and how blessed I actually am. One of them that I watched that really got to me was Georgia Adventure, and he was just talking about how grateful he is for this, everything he's been blessed with, just waking up, just the simple things in life, and I thought about it and I was like, man, then I seen one from other some other folks and a couple of them actually, and but the one that really hit me was Randy's over there at Georgia Adventure. Sometimes we take the things in life that we are given for granted. Um, I've been married 25 plus years, and I believe God put my wife there specifically for me because she puts up with my silliness. She deals with me. She has fought with me through this pain that I'm in and everything that I deal with. And there's some days that I am just a raging a hole. So, I'm thankful for my wife. And, maybe your spouse is not a quote unquote simple thing, but that is something that after you've been married a long time, I don't care who you are, you do start to take them for granted. And you shouldn't, yeah, I'm a very, very blessed man. I look at all the things that God has blessed us with, the properties that we have, the job that I had, the job that my wife has. Sometimes people don't look at that like that, but, just being able to provide for your family, there is something that is something pretty special. And even if you're in a position where the job you have, you're not really happy with, but you're looking, be grateful for the job you have at this time because it's at least allowing you to do what you need to do to be able to look for that job that you're hoping to get. Um, there's days that I just get honestly angry. I get angry about how much pain I'm in. I get angry that I'm angry. I know that sounds stupid, but it's the truth. But then when I calm down, I sit back and I think about it, I realize how blessed I am that, even though I am in this type of pain and everything, that God um, gave me a way to be able to still provide for my family, um, helped me to do okay with money to where I could be able to, retire early or, what I'm saying with not making it all the way to full retirement age. I'm very blessed. And I think that there's people out there that don't realize how blessed they are. Like myself, get caught up in the woe is me. That's probably the best way to say it. Oh, I don't have the greatest house. Oh, I don't have the greatest truck. Oh, I don't have the greatest knife. Oh, I don't have the greatest this. I don't have the greatest that. But you know what? Do you have a vehicle that gets you back and forth to work? Yep. You have a roof over your head? Yep. Even if it's a rental. And honestly, in this day and age, there's something to be said about a rental, even because sometimes you can rent cheaper than you can actually buy monthly payments at this time. That will change. And as you go down, like I guess what I'm saying, say you get a mortgage that's 1,500 a month now, and you can maybe rent that same house for 1,300. Well, in like 5 years, that 1,500 is probably going to be around what the rent will be, and then in another 5 years, you'll be actually paying less than what your rent would be. More than likely, more than likely. So sometimes you gotta look at both sides of it and decide what's right for you. Um, yeah, I just Randy's did get to me. It was a good thankful Thursday. I sometimes I need to be, for lack of better terms, kicked in the head to realize and to be grateful and thankful for what I have been blessed with. I get so easily looking at what is wrong, what is bad in my life, what is not going the way I want it to in my life. when I should be looking and saying, thank you, God, you allowed me to wake up this morning. Thank you, God, you allowed my wife to wake up this morning. Thank you, God, you allowed my daughter, my son in law, my grandson, you know. Yeah. So I guess, this Thankful Thursday is I usually try to go a little bit and give thanks to the people in the community. I'm going to say thank you, Randy, Georgia adventurer there. Thank you. Um, I've been finding your Monday motivation talks and your different, when I enjoy your knife videos, but I also enjoy the other aspects of your videos. Um, I appreciate that. Uh, I don't know if God has put us like on the same, I don't know if you want to call it a wavelength, but it seems like you have in this past month, the subject that you talk about has this like at least every other week. It's like just been like bullseye right there. And it's like, I feel like somebody hit me in the head with a frying pan. It's like, ooh, that kind of hurt, but I needed that, and thank you. I don't know how it's happening, but thank you. Well, I've been mumbling enough now. I'm going to go to an auction when I got. It's this right here. It's a knife. Comes in this nice box. The other day I was just eBay perusing, which is if you are a knife addict, it's not a good thing to do. But I found there's a couple different knives like this. They're usually in the once you throw in shipping, handling, excuse me, $40 plus. But I found this one. This is the first in the series. This is called American Virtues Freedom. It looks like a little book that they give you here. See, number one. It's pretty cool. I'll put this up here. If you want to stop it, you can. It's up to you. Comes with a little right there. Pop it open. Looks like a little book in here. You got your little certificate of authenticity and for your warranty. Sorry, I'll try to get that to be a little clearer. There we go. There we go. If you want to stop that, you can, but I'm not gonna, go into too much of this or that. You get the little cushion here to protect the knife. And I don't know if they come with normally the knife wrapped or anything, but this is how mine came. It's a nice little lockback. If you've seen in the thing there, it says 420 steel. It's nothing super special, but I just thought it was this beautiful. And when I was able to pick this up for $16 shipped, I could not do it. These are not bone handles; they're a synthetic. Um, looks to be brass liners and everything. Blade, freedom. The knife is made by a company called Faulkner. Let's see if I can turn over here. Stainless steel 420 PRC, which is People's Republic of China. Collector's edition, which what it is, but it's a full size lockback. About the size of a. I actually think this falls between. Well, you know what? I got a buck 110 here. It's gonna say I think this. Yeah, it's about a buck 110 size. Little bit smaller, little bit, just by the hair of the chinny chin chin. But it's just a really nice looking knife. And I was just really happy to be able to pick it up, especially at the price I was able to. Um, Lockup's pretty good. I mean, it does have just a slight. It's no wiggle side to side though. You know, just a nice piece of cutlery. And yeah, it's made in China. So it's salty, but I just like I like the presentation. The presentation is just phenomenal. And when I could find, like I said, this one for the price I was able to get it. Look at these bolsters. And I know it's all done by machine, it's not handwork, but still they're just beautiful. They're just beautiful. There's something to be said for that. And when I seen it and found it at the price I did, I'll hopefully be able to pick up the second knife in this series at a decent price, within reasonable, I'm going to say sub $30. It's like I said, that most of them that were online on eBay there were $40 plus once you figured in shipping and everything. So I was like, holy cow. So when I found this one, this kind of happened to blurb up there. I took it. I'm glad I did. I thought this was bone. I'm not going to lie. More research I did, I found out it's a synthetic. But it's well presented. It looks nice. The presentation, like I said, is this killer. So yeah, that's my auction win from eBayenheimer. So thanks for joining in today, and remember to be grateful for what you do have and what God has given you. Sometimes, if you're like me, you start taking things for granted, or like I said, you look at the stuff in your life that is not going even close to the way you want it to, and you get down. That's when you have to stop, sit down, step back, whatever you want to call it, and you need to reevaluate life. You need to look and go, how blessed you are. Stop looking at the negative side and look at what blessings you have there. That's what you have to do. So thanks for putting up with my rambling, my blah blah blah. I get long-winded sometimes. Hope you like the knife. I think it's pretty cool. Um, would I pay 40 or $50 for it though? Not. But to pay 20, sub 30, I think it's probably worth it. Hopefully I can get the second knife in the series. I don't know if there's more. I only seen the two. With that being said, thank you so much for joining me. I got to make sure I can exit out of here. I appreciate you all so much. Please like, subscribe, comment. With that being said, live long, prosper, and collect your own way.